So let's see Humans by Rudolf Steiner. I have published this. I have always talked about this in my previous channel that has been banned by YouTube. Uh, I stated that not everybody here is of a human origin. Some of us here are not humans, and they are not here to do good stuff, and they are not doing good stuff. And since the HERCOMBULUS, the Nibiru, came passed by Earth back in 2012 to 2013, it has happened, and um, they have opened a portal, and also they have made the Schumann resonance more activated, more higher. Many people has shown their true color. Okay, many people have shown their true hornies, especially the male species. There's a lot of evil females as well. However, Dulcie, who does the most atrocious, um, actions, evil actions, are the male figure. Okay, and not everybody here is human. Most of them are aliens, and I'm gonna show who are they. Those who are filled with hatred towards the defenseless. Let's say those who commit a lot of um, infanticide, kills a lot of children, animals, abuse against animals, um, feminicide, those men who are killing human as they are killing game, and those women who are killing children. They are not humans. They just have the human form, but they are not human at all. And I'm gonna show why. This has been already published, okay, long time ago. I have first seen those picture in 2013. Oh, sorry, and this what they found inside. This one could be they call it the the gods, not say the god, but the, let's say, the master that is looking after that particular being that is um, being created, being conceived. Those are the kind of guardian. Okay, this is the guardian. They call it the I am, the bigger I am self, but it could be another thing. Okay, I hope I never have this kind of things in me. I really do. I hope that I was there alone, without no interference of those beings. And if you see some of those embryos inside of you, they are not of the human species. Okay, this is not it's not a let's say, I'm not going to make lobby or even promote abortions or killing your children. No, don't. But if you can avoid children nowadays, will be better. Not to kill them, especially so when they are born. Don't do it. It's evil. However, if you can stop pregnancy, it will be the best thing to do. Especially now that you know those beans start to come in the 70s. Some say it is in the 90s, but I will say they have started coming in the 70s. Okay, in the 70s decade. I were born in the 60s, and some of them has no soul. Either they are AI, they have no much IQ. They even if they have IQ, but they don't have a soul. They are not responsive. They don't have feelings. They don't have remorse. They are often compulsive liar. They are fake. They are wanting to certain people uh, at one time, and when they are in group, they turn against you. When they are alone, they pretend to be your friend. Once they are in group, they will bully you, they will harass you, they will go against you, and they will gang against you, either in the school or in family. This happens in a lot of the time. You see here, those are not human at all. Especially they start to come in the 90s and the 80s and 90s. A lot of them start to come in, and that's why we have sons and daughters who are, I'll not say good for nothing. They can be whatever. They can have doctorate, they can have diplomas, but their heart are not good. It's just like they are soulless. They don't have empathy for the family and for the parents. They don't have respect. Do you understand? They don't care. All they care about is sex and um, all those kind of vain things, vanity, money, success, and sex, and partners, and fun. All they care about is this. You see. So all this shows, this one though I am self-supreme, the guardians that guard those embryo until they are ready to come out. So you see that not everybody is of a human species. I started to pondering about it a few years ago when I see that this earth um, is already controlled by them. This age of Aquarius is nothing but a satanic era. Age of Aquarius is satanic. Okay, there's nothing good about it. It's all about dictatorship, all about, it's all in inverse. They say that the age of Aquarius is about revolt, it's about protests, it's about freedom. No, it's the contrary, it's the opposite. The age of Aquarius is all about restrictions, it's about dictatorship. They look just like those religions out there who suppresses people a lot, cannot do this, cannot do that, cannot even have freedom of speech nowadays any longer because they want to control everything. Okay, this is a devil. Okay, this is a devil. These are not human at all. So that's why you see a lot of evil psychopaths entering schools, even preschools, killing babies. I say babies below the age of 2-year-old. Today in Brazil, they entered a kindergarten. A kindergarten is a nursery school for babies below the age of 2 years old, and I killed three babies below the age of 2-year-old, and I killed 2 teachers who tried to protect them. And one went to hospital. One baby went to hospital, and so you see, those beings are not humans, or they have been possessed, or they have finally find out the psychopath was 18-year-old. I hope that he died. He's in hospital in a very serious condition. I hope that he died and he'll go to hell where he came from. I really hope. I really do, because I don't like evil. I don't like devils. If you are one, then you you're not gonna like me, and it's your problem. I don't care. So, Dr. Steiner, that's the little girly case. The first grade must have something really very wrong inside. why talk about children? But children will be children. You cannot talk about them. You are here to protect them, not to judge them. There's not much we can do. Such cases are increasing in which children are born with a human form and a human body, but they are not really human beings in the relation to the highest I. What's I? I am self. Instead, they are few different beings that do not belong to the human species or human race. They are aliens. Many here are aliens, I'm telling you, and they start to come in the 70s. Quite a number of people have been born since the night. No, since the 70s. I know better about this. About it. They start to come in the 70s, and they start to come more and more, and in the late 90s to this 21st century now. On the 2000, they start to come a lot. It was a huge flux of beings that are not quite human. You see that they are very smart. They can talk to you at the age of 1 year old. They are talking like an adult. They express it very well, and the parents are so proud. Oh my God, I pity these parents. Anyway, you should take good care of them and don't ill-treat them. Show them that you still have love for them, okay, that you are organic. Show those beings that. And once they are older, if you pray that they will leave you, at least 20-year-old, let them go. That is, they are not reincarnated, but are human forms filled with a sort of natural demon. There are quite a large number of older people going around who are actually not human beings. Yes, of course. And they have coming in on the 40s, 30s. Oh no, mostly the 30s. They come in at the 30s, 40s, 50s. Yes, still have some of this. I know one who were born in the 50s. I know one who is not human. So they are there for a long time already, but are only natural. But it's natural. They are human beings, but they are not natural, and they only have a human body, but they are not human. Only regard to their form. You see all the crimes that they commit, all those violation against one another, against the woman, killing women at a high rate, um, abuse them sexually wise. Children also is not escaping all this. They torture children. They do all kind of aberration with children, no matter what they are, but you still cannot do, because still they have a human form. You must respect children no matter what. Animals also, animals are sacred. Treat them well. So you see what they do. You see aliens, alien adults and the elders one are doing. They are doing all kind of evil things because they are not humans. We cannot, however, create a school for demons. How is that possible? Dr. Steiner, cosmic error is certainly not impossible. The relationships of individuals coming into earthly existence have long been determined. The relationship of individual coming to earthly existence have long been determined. There are also generations in which individuals have no desire to come into earth existence. That means they don't want to come. The halfway, once they are inside the womb, they decide to go away. Okay, and some other evil thing take over. They call it walk-ins. Okay, the evil thing come in and takes over their body. So you see, that's why you have a lot of wayward children, and they blame the parents because this is a bad parent. Nothing to do with bad parent. One couple of parents take care of 10 children, but 2 or 3 of them, of those 10 children, 3 will be wayward. No matter what you do, from young age they want to kill animals, They want to beat the parents, they want to bite the parents. They are totally different from the other 7. Okay, so 3 to 4 or 5 of them out of 10 will be totally different and a bit demoniac. Has nothing to do how the parents brought them up. The parents, the um, um, a plate of food that he give to to 5, they will give to the others 5. The dress that they will buy for 5, they will buy to another 5. The truck, whatever, bicycle that they buy for 1, they will buy for others. The ice cream also. So there's no difference. The only difference is that the person's character, no matter what, they will never regenerate. They will never change. Some change. That's good. If you don't train that walk in, get out, and another one step in, the real one, good. The human form come in, good. And the devil get out, good. Otherwise, you're gonna be in trouble with the human. Not that human, that being. Inside there is a being like this. And you don't know. It's sad, but it's true. Look at here, the sign of the beast. You see? I knew already many of you here are not humans. Many. There are quite a number of older people, but when they come out, oh, they are so good, the human form. But after that, my God, they are human beings only in regard to their form. We cannot, however, create school for them. Cosmic care is certainly not impossible. The relationship of individual coming to us and existence have long been determined. There are also generations in which individuals have no desire to come into earthly existence. See, that means a human doesn't want to come in, and a demon will enter. A human soul will not come in, don't want to return here to this earth. But a demon instead will consent to come. It will agree to come. And there where the walk-ins will come in and be connected physicality, or immediately leave at the very beginning. In such cases, other beings that are not quite suited to step in. I'm gonna show an example. You have a baby. Okay, let's say you have a baby, and this baby will have some complication. Very serious complication. Sometimes they will be born with a very serious cerebral palsy problems, or a hole in the heart, or a liver problem. What will happen is that baby will still will near die. Okay, it will go into near death once they undergo operation at, let's say, 2 months old, 3 months, 4 months. They will undergo an operation, and other being will come in, and that soul, the previous original one, will leave, exit, and other evil one will come in. But this is happening at a very high pace nowadays. However, there are some instances where your babies pray that they will continue to be the same human soul. Pray, just pray. Okay? The things now is getting very serious and is accelerate. Be it in the internet, outside it, things will get really upturvy. So there are quite a large number of people having decided to come in case the other being that are not quite suited to step in, walk in. There is something that is now quite common, that human being go around without let's say a soul. They actually not human beings, but have only a human form. They are being like nature spirits, They are not nature spirit. They are worse than that. They are not nature at all. They are worse. They are reptilian. We do not recognize as such because they go around in a human form. They are really monsters. They are also quite different from human beings in regard to everything spiritual. Like say, they are always the greed one, the cruel one, the apathic one. They don't care for the family. Someone may fall, may die, he don't shed a tear. They don't care. All they care about is money and hold other people and hold other sentient beings. Those are not human beings, never been. They can, for example, never remember such a thing as sentences. They have a memory only for words, not for sentences. This one is autistic people. Autistic people doesn't comes into this category. Autistic people are a bit different. They are not into this category. Those people are good. We are talking here about those who can, they speak in a small sentences and a word, no, yes, no. The psychopath usually only stares at you or just put their face, their eyes below and just say, yeah, no, yes, no, yes, no. They don't talk much. They don't like to talk much. You see a psychopath, they are anti-speech. But not the autistic. Autistic is a different thing. Those are special children and they are very smart and they are human. The riddle of life in also the how to say that, retarded people, retarded children, they are good. They are heavenly sent. They are very amazing beings. Amazing. When such a being dies, it returns to nature from which it came. The corpse decays, but you talk about the corpse here, okay? You talk about the body, you are not talk about the soul. The memory, the conscience goes back to source, goes back to the universe. The other remainders go back to other places, to the astral world, and the body stays here. But there is no real dissolution of the etheric body, and the natural being returns to nature. It's also possible that something like an automaton could occur. The entire human organism exists, and it might be possible to automate the brain and develop a kind of pseudo-morality. The problem because we are hybrid. Many of us have a higher percentage of hybridization is another less. Okay, that's what gonna differentiate you between being more human or lesser human. And I'm gonna tell you, the lesser human is the one who most commits all kind of atrocities and things that makes you go and they like to shock you. They just love to shock you with all their deeds. And it might be possible to automate the brain, develop a kind of pseudo morality. And also, I guess that they come here because they also want to start from us. They want to learn what is unconditional love. How I know it, I have been dealing with beings like this. But it's very hard because it's very hard to change their mentality. Very hard. I know who they are, and they are even inside the family, and I know who they are, and I try my best to to be good to them at a certain point, but it's very hard. It's really hard because um, I'm not going to condemn the evil things they do. I'm not gonna condemn, so they come against me. I had, as a child, I have been accused of being the goody two shoes, the one who want to do good, this and that, because that person within the family who was about 6 years older than I. She was not quite human, and I come to understand this once I grown up. She was totally different from me. The hair, the skin color, everything, the features, the character, especially the character. She hated the animals. She liked to bully animals and beat and tell that she wanted to kill them. She liked to deal with black magic. I don't. I was more like the type of. I was like, well, I was agnostic. Okay. I always want to know who this God really is. And that one, no, she first, she was a very, she wanted to impress the school, so she tried to be very kind to all the teachers and pretend to be a good to shoes in school, in front of others, but in the house she was a true devil. You understand? And as she grew up more to her 18-year-old, she wanted to turn to a witch. And that was not a good witch. That's too kind. That one's the evil one to do stupid things and evil things. So from there you can see who that person really is by her character. She telling about bloodletting and wanting to harm not just animals but her siblings. You see, taking blood from them. So that person was really awful. Awful. She falls totally the father's side. The entire human organism exists and it might be possible to automate the brain and develop a kind of pseudo-morality. I do not like to talk about such things since we have been often being attacked even without them. Imagine without what people would say if they heard that we say there are people who are not human beings, but there is. We cannot change that. Look around us, and they still say, "Oh, this one's being human." That's why human is the most evil being that exists. That's why I'm against it, because that's what the demons want you to believe. That's what the evil one wants you to believe, that it's the humans who are no good, and they are the good one. When it's the opposite thing. Do see who are doing evil things nowadays, killing their partner, their children's mother, their parents, and to see women killing children and do the also aberration things and torturing children. Those are not human at all. Those are not humans. Those are beasts. Because you see that human body, you say, "Oh, that's not human." Oh, demons those can possess a human body or even an animal at will, don't they? So what's the big deal? Anything can be a demon. A demon, they can enter in just any solid things at will. And what distinguishes a human from a demon is your actions, what you do. Are you good or are you bad? That's what will define you. But I see even here on the internet, they have laws that they are against goodness. If I talk like this, I am labeled as a bad person, as a troublemaker, because I want to make things right. Okay, so they will label us as troublemakers. All right, because they prefer things that is evil, like uh, say bad things to your parents, disrespect your parents, or even violence towards one another, especially children and animals and the elderly or the defenseless. This is a no, 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 no. If you want to fight, I know that's many of you the one because you like the West the way it is. Because men here are not humans, as I said, so you don't want it. So you're not gonna change. You're gonna getting worse and worse, because this this age right now is the age of tribulation. It's the age of hell. It's a hellish age, the age of demons. They have won. They have won the title to earth, and they have won the elections. And then no much we can do but to safeguard ourselves and our family. I mean, those who has family. Like for me, I'm alone, so I only have to speak for myself. So they had that we say there are people who are not human beings. Then they really, they aren't. They aren't humans. All those who do stupid things, they're not humans. Either they are not humans from young, or they have allowed evil things to enter them and possess them. Walk-ins. They have been transformed. You see people using a machete or an axe, axing people on the streets, battering people with a hammer for no apparent reasons. For no apparent reasons, holding elderly in the streets, children, kidnapping children, do all kind of evil things, sacrificing children. Those are not humans. This is not human action. This is not humans. Humans per se are good, but the evil ones, the evil beings, want to label the humans and put their karma, and put all the crimes towards the human, and blame the humans for their own actions. Do you understand? Our culture would not be in such a decline if people felt more strongly that a number of people are going around who, because they are completely ruthless psychopaths, have become something that's not human, but instead are demons in human form. Exactly, this is what I know. I knew it, I felt it, I have discussed it in other channels that has been banned for this reason. Because when we speak the truth here, we are banned. Because we are not allowed to speak the truth. Why? Because behind the scenes, those are not humans anymore. Those are walk-ins who are controlling us. And soon we will not be able to speak up our minds, because they want to advocate, they want lawyers for them to speak for us. They don't want us to speak. They want their own advocate to speak for us. You understand? They are that dictator. And as how to handle that, beware, just beware. Beware of people around you, be it family, whatever. Beware of your son and even your daughter, what they are up to once they grow older, say 14, 12-year old above. Beware, beware. Okay? Beware of your surroundings. Beware of people around you. Beware of your spouse. I mean your male spouse, your man, whatever, at home, what he's up to. Because now, as I said, as the HERCOMBULUS, or the what they call Nibiru, has passing by us, they have opened up the veil, you see. And once that veil is opened up, all the demons will come out, and all hell will break loose.